Okay, so I'm back to do the second portion of, I guess, a series of videos, and this is going to be my contouring, highlighting, and blush. So, what I'm going to start out with is my contouring slash bronzing. This is, I don't know if you can really see it, it's all kind of worn off, but it's the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder perfect for darker skin types. This is in Sunny or slash brunettes, dark skin. They also have one that's called like blondes, and it's for lighter skin. And so first I'm just going to take a little bit of this on my big fluffy brush. Just kind of buff that around the edges of my face first, and then just a little bit in the middle, because like I said before, this foundation is a little light for me, so I'm just gonna perk it up a little bit. And make sure you're using like a light hand so that you're not disturbing your foundation underneath. Okay, so then I'm going to use that same bronzing powder for my contouring. And for the contouring, I use this e.l.f. Studio blush brush, but I mean it's way too small to be a blush brush for me, so I use it as contouring. So what I do is I kind of take it on the edge a little bit, and then take it right under my cheekbone, so create kind of a line, and then I turn it over like this, and then buff it out. And I'm going to do this a little bit darker than I normally would, just so I can make sure that you can see this. So don't get scared that I use way too much bronzer. Just make sure you're blending that line really well so that you don't just have like this streak of brown on your face. Just going to take a little bit, go around my jaw, or just under my chin. And then I like to take just a little bit like on the tip of the brush, and then go just not all the way down my nose, but mostly just concentrate that right here for me, since I don't know, I just don't like how this part of my nose looks. So it's going to kind of make this bubbly part look a little bit thinner. And then I'm also going to do it like right there to kind of make it look a little bit shorter. And again, just make sure you're kind of working that line out, working it down, not up. Okay, and then I'm just going to take the fluffy brush again, but using just a little bit more. I'm going to go, because remember your face is like, pretend it's an oval around the, like this is the top parts of the oval, and so anything outside of that oval you want to cast a little bit of a shadow on to make your face look thinner. So I'm going to do it kind of right just behind my temples, kind of close to my hairline. And then bring that down. And then just a little bit on top just to make sure that's blended. So that's it for the bronzing and contouring. Next I'm going to use my highlight, which this is the new Wet n Wild Color Icon in bronzer SPF 15 in Reserve Your Cabana. Now if you have really light skin, this could work as, you know, a little perk bronzer for you, but it's really light, so I just use it as a highlight. And it's really nice. It has some goldish tones to it, And I did not bring my highlighter brush, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of wipe that off. And then again, I'm just going to go in with the side. Make sure you tap that off really good because this is super, super like kind of powdery. And now, some people go all the way down their nose, but like I said, I don't particularly like this part, so I'm not going to highlight that. I'm just going to do kind of this top part, and then right in there. So I'm only going about halfway down my nose with the highlight, and then in between my eyebrows. And then I'll take a little bit more on the flat side, go just above my cheekbones. And then you want to pull that up, because you're wanting to make your face look brighter and more awake, so you're pulling it up. And then a little bit right here. And then I'm just going to take my little pinky finger, get some of that on it, do it right above my lip. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Okay, and so then last step is going to be blush. Now there's two different ways that I use blush. If it's a lighter color, I'll use it just on the apples of my cheeks, or if it's a darker color, I'm just going to concentrate it on the outer portion of my cheekbone. So this one is a bit darker. This is e.l.f. Studio Blush in Berry Mary. I really, really love this blush. It's especially great for like the winter time stuff, I think. And it works really great when you are doing a lot of like contouring and highlighting and stuff like that, because it's really going to add to it. So I'm just going to kind of tap that in there. And it's fairly pigmented. And then so I'm just going to kind of start. So you know where your cheekbone is, you can feel it. So I'm going to start right here at the top of my cheekbone and just kind of work it down. And then use whatever's left over to just kind of blend it towards the apples of the cheeks. So I'm not applying it directly to the cheek, I'm applying it up here and then bringing it down. It's going to be concentrated right here and then just very, very lightly down here, just so that it looks blended and cohesive. So I'm going to do it again on the other side. And as you can see with this blush, you do not need a lot. Also, my face eats blush. So if I put it on really heavy like this in the morning, it's going to be gone, or half this intense, by midday. But again, I'm also applying it a little bit darker just so you can actually see what I'm doing. Just want to make sure that's even. Alright, so that is going to be it for the contouring, bronzing, highlighting, and blush. So I hope you stick around to see the last step.